These are 5 signs you may not be eating enough protein, and most women miss the first 3. Low protein does not always announce itself as a dramatic deficiency. More often, it shows up in subtle ways. You're hungry soon after meals, your workouts feel harder, recovery feels slower, cravings feel stronger, or your meals look healthy but never quite satisfy you. Protein is not the answer to every symptom, and if you feel something's off, you should talk with your doctor. But it is one of the simplest things to check. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 signs to look for and a simple 3-day test to see whether protein is part of the issue. And before we get into it, I want to frame this clearly. I'm not here to diagnose anything, and this is not medical advice. My background is in plant science, and I'm the founder of Canteen, a hemp protein brand. So I spend a lot of time thinking about plants, protein quality, digestion, and how to make nutrition feel practical instead of overwhelming. My goal in this video is not to convince you that one solution fixes everything. It's to help you understand protein in a way you can actually use. The first sign is that you eat a meal and an hour or two later you're already looking for something else. This does not automatically mean you need more protein. Sleep, stress, calories, fiber, and hormones all matter. But protein is one of the nutrients that helps meals feel more satisfying. If breakfast is mostly toast, fruit, coffee, or a small bowl of oatmeal, you may be asking that meal to do a job that it was never built to do. The practical question is this: where is the protein anchor? If you cannot identify it, that meal may be more of a snack than a meal. A protein anchor does not need to be complicated. It could be Greek yogurt, eggs, tofu, tempeh, lentils, fish, chicken, or a simple protein smoothie. The goal is not to never feel hungry. The goal is for meals to hold you better. The second sign is stronger cravings, especially in the afternoon or evening. Cravings are not a character flaw. They are often your body asking for energy, satisfaction, or a pattern it is used to. If your earlier meals are low in protein and low in calories, the evening version of you may be trying to solve a problem that breakfast created. This is why willpower is often the wrong framing. If lunch is greens, a few nuts, and dressing, that might be healthy, but it may not be enough. Then at 4 p.m., sweet or salty foods become very persuasive. Here's what I recommend. Before trying to remove snacks, add a protein anchor earlier in the day. Sometimes the answer is not more restriction. Sometimes it is a better built meal. The third sign is slowly feeling weaker. This can look like heavier grocery bags, harder stairs, needing more help opening jars, or feeling less steady than you used to. Strength changes can have many causes, and it is always worth paying attention to if the change is sudden or dramatic. But if you're not eating enough protein and not doing resistance training, your body has fewer reasons and fewer raw materials to maintain muscle. Protein alone does not build strength. You also need the signal from using your muscles. But strength training without enough protein is like trying to renovate a house without enough lumber. You can have the plan and the workers, but the materials still matter. This is where protein becomes less about dieting and more about staying capable. The fourth sign is slower recovery. You do a workout, a hike, gardening, or even a busy day on your feet, and you feel unusually sore or drained. Protein is part of tissue repair, so if recovery is poor, intake is worth checking. The fifth sign is the most objective. Your actual protein number is lower than you think. Many women do not have a protein problem because they refuse protein. They have a protein problem because they guess. So here's a 3-day test. For 3 normal days, estimate your protein. Do not change your diet, just observe. Then ask, how many meals had a real protein anchor? How many days hit the target I'm aiming for? Where is the easiest 20-gram improvement? Protein shakes are one of the easiest tools to fill that gap. But the first step is awareness. And one important reframe before we close. This is not about turning food into a spreadsheet forever. For a lot of women, nutrition advice has felt like a rotating list of things to fear. Fear carbs, fear fat, fear calories, fear aging, fear doing it wrong. But protein should not become another fear. It should become a stabilizing habit. The calm version is this. Learn your rough target. Build a few meals that support it. And stop letting perfect be the enemy of useful. Some days will be lower, some days will be higher. That is normal. What matters is the pattern you return to. And if you take one idea from this video, let it be this. Protein is not a punishment food. It is a support tool. It helps make meals feel more satisfying, helps support muscle, and helps you build a diet that feels less fragile. Here is how to use the 5 signs without overthinking them. Choose one sign that resonates the most. Maybe it was hunger after breakfast, maybe it was afternoon cravings, maybe it's feeling weaker. Then connect that sign to a behavior you can actually test. For example, if protein does not hold you, run a 1-week experiment with a higher protein breakfast. If recovery feels slow, check whether you're eating enough protein on training or active days. If craving feels loud in the afternoon, look at lunch before blaming willpower. If this was helpful, I put together a free protein guide that helps you estimate a realistic daily target, spot the low protein meals in your day, and build simple protein anchors without making your diet feel extreme. You can download it in the description.